Alright, so this is just a quick overview of Claude Fable 5, when it dropped, what happened, and what's going on with it. One thing I'd like to note is that right before Fable 5 dropped, about 10 days earlier, on May 28th, 4.8 was released, right? So it's like new models are coming every other week or every other month anyway. So if this one has just a little bit longer to go before it falls into place, that's not too bad, especially considering the few tests I've seen with the UI and UX capabilities, especially rendering 3D designs and doing different types of websites with like motion graphic animation is just insane. But anyways, let's go over what ChatGPT has to say about it. So based on current reporting, Claude Fable 5 had an extremely short public lifespan, about 3 days. So in April 2026, they previewed the Mythos model, and then it was kind of shut down because of cybersecurity concerns. On June 9th, Anthropic publicly released Claude Fable 5, describing it as the first broadly available version of its Mythos class technology with additional safeguards. And a lot of the additional safeguards I heard on going through the different videos on YouTube were safeguards like that, typing in wrong terms or saying wrong things and you'd get downgraded from Claude Fable 5 to 4.8. And June 9th to June 12th, developers and researchers began testing Fable 5. Reports emerged claiming jailbreak methods could bypass some safeguards. One thing I noticed besides jailbreak methods is that certain typing and certain recollection, like this model is crazy good at testing certain limits. And one thing I was really impressed with, again, like I said, is all this motion graphic and UX UI design stuff. Previous $10,000-$20,000 website, now only you can make in like 2 minutes and 230,000 tokens, right? So on June 12th, the US government issued an export control directive citing national security concerns and Anthropic to suspend access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5. Anthropic said it received its order at approximately 5:21 p.m. June 12th to June 13th, Anthropic disabled both models globally because complying only for a few foreign nationals was not practical on shared cloud infrastructure. And that was right. The government said that you have to ban all foreign nationals from using it. Only U.S. citizens can, and they couldn't do that reliably, so they just shut it down for everybody. And then June 13th, multiple outlets reported that the shutdown followed concerns about a possible jailbreak technique and pressures from U.S. officials after warnings raised by Amazon and others. Anthropic publicly disagreed with the government's assessment but complied. The government stated rationale was national security. According to Reuters, Axios, and other reported officials were concerned that Fable/Mythos could potentially be jailbroken and used to discover software vulnerabilities or assets in high-risk cybersecurity activities. Anthropic argues that cited vulnerabilities were limited and not unique compared with other frontier AI systems. And that I would agree with. But I would argue that this is by far their best model yet and has advantages over others. How long was Fable available? For about 3 days. And in those 3 days, we learned that it's going to be an amazing model once mass adoption is able to be had.